Hi guys, good evening. हम क्या कर रहे थे? Age, sex and population variation is a genetic marker. ABO. Population have different blood group. Some population have A blood group, some have B blood group, and some have O blood group. RH rhesus factor is either positive or negative. HLA system are specific type of proteins. Transferrin, blood enzymes, GM, they are specific type of proteins for the efficient functioning of immune system. Blood enzymes regulate body metabolism. There are various physiological characteristics like pulse rate, respiratory, HB level, and our perception, our way of perceiving the things in different social and cultural setting. HB level also varies with respect to culture and socio-economic settings. Our respiratory system is different in different socio-economic settings. These are proteins, HLA, GM, blood enzymes, a specific type of proteins required for the abolition for the metabolism of the body, and this transferrin are used to transfer iron throughout the body, transfer blood throughout the body. Now, how man's biocultural adaptation, genetic and non-genetic factors. There are various genetic as well as non-genetic factors in biocultural adaptation. How man physiologically responds to environmental stressors, and what are environmental stressors? Hot climate, cold climate, and higher altitude are the various environmental stressors to which human have to acclimatize, have to adapt. For example, people living in the equatorial region, they have large quantity of melanin in their skin, and their skin color is dark color. The people living in equatorial region have longer hind limbs because it radiates more heat. The people living in colder region have short nose because when air inhales, it gets warmer inside the nose, and warmer air goes inside our body. And people living in cold climate region are fat. Also, people have short hind limbs because they radiate less heat energy because they have to store heat in their body. Now, how man Physiological response to environmental stressor, that is higher altitude. Higher altitude people have longer lung capacity. They have high HB level also. So there are various genetic and non-genetic factors for biocultural adaptation. Then comes epidemiological anthropology. In epidemiological anthropology, we will study the origin of disease, the various infectious and non-infectious disease, a viral disease, bacterial disease, protozoan disease, non-infectious disease like liver failure, heart failure, kidney failure, various nutritional deficiency related diseases. For example, kwashiorkor and marasmus are the two diseases that are caused due to nutritional related deficiency. For example, vitamin A, deficiency of vitamin A, vitamin A, B, C, and D are the cause of various diseases like night blindness, like rickets, like beriberi, like scurvy. Okay, okay, guys, concentrate, focus कर इधर. Epidemiological anthropology. Then comes concept of human growth and development. There are various stages of human growth like prenatal, natal, childhood, adulthood, middle adulthood, then age, then old age. People, child learn to walk, learn to speak, learn language, various, there is development of brain. Physically, he gets strong. Mentally, he also gets strong. And in old age, due to cell damage and due to aging, a person is death. What are the various factors affecting growth and development? Social, economic condition, literacy level, nutrition level, customs, religion, traditions, all are factors responsible for the growth and development. There are various aging को discuss करते हैं, senescence discuss करते हैं, theories of aging. There is mitochondrial theory, there is cell theory, means programmed theory. A cell is programmed, and when this programming is over, human is dead. Then cell theory means there is damage to the cell, then death occurs. Mitochondrial theory, damage to the mitochondria, also responsible for the death. So these are the various theories of aging. And biological and cultural longevity. Nobody's by chronological age. Chronological age is the age that a living being has passed after his birth. And biological age is the age that is shown, that is visible through physical appearance, body makeup, and biological age depends upon lifestyle, nutritional factors, human physique. There are various Sheldon's classification of human physique. There is Carter and Heat method of humanosomatotypes, Kretschmer method of human physique. Whereas there is various categories, three categories main. There are mainly three categories of human physique: mesomorph, ectomorph, and endomorph. Then comes menopause. Menopause, the time period between menopause and menarche is the reproductive time period. Fertility is the capacity to bear children, and fecundity is the actual ability to bear children. So there are many factors that are causing responsible for menopause and menarche. Age factor, social factor, economic factor, educational factor, environmental factors that is responsible for increasing or decreasing of menopause and menarche. There are various factors responsible for fecundity, fertility, natality, and mortality. That is lifestyle factors, health facilities, economic conditions, social factors, nutritional factors are having profound impact on fertility, fecundity, natality, and mortality. Now let us discuss about demographic theories. Malthusian theories. बोल भूल गया. Malthusian theory, biological theories, socioeconomic theories, theories of capillary action, cost benefit analysis, reproduction theories. So these are the various demographic theories. We will discuss each and every theory one by one. Now comes application of anthropology. Application anthropology has wide application in sports. We develop the design of hockey sticks. The somatotype of human body give us indication where is the probability of human to excel, कहाँ पे एक पर्टिकुलर somatotype excel कर सकता है. Then comes nutritional anthropology. We study malnutrition and recommend balanced diet to the malnutrition children or any person of age, of person of any age. We design defense equipments like cockpit on the basis of taking anthropometric measurement. Forensic anthropology has played a various role in crime depiction, crime scene creation, and delivering justice to the victims. DNA principles, DNA re-engineering, genetic screening are the process of various person identification. Now comes applied human genetics. Applied genetics means paternity diagnosis is helped by genetics. Genetic counseling we have to do to cure treatment of disorder. We have DNA technology. We have DNA insertion, gene therapy for removing defective gene and adding improved gene. Now then comes serogenetics and cytogenetics gene. What is serogenetics and cytogenetics in reproductive biology? Cytogenetics is the study of chromosomes, and serogenetics is the study of blood groups. It helps in organ transplantation. It helps in analyzing chromosomal anomalies, various chromosomal sex chromosomal anomaly, and autosomal chromosomal anomaly. And we do genetic counseling, and after genetic counseling, patient is able to decide the future course of action. Okay, guys. गाइस आगे बढ़ते हैं. एवोल्यूशन ऑफ इंडियन कल्चर एंड सिविलाइजेशन है ना. पहला आता है प्री हिस्टोरिक कल्चर, पैलोलिथिक पीरियड आता है, इसमें मेसोलिथिक पीरियड आता है, न्यूलिथिक पीरियड आता है. देन वी डिस्कवर वेरियस स्टोन टूल्स वेयर इन्वेंटेड बाय ancient human species. Hunting, gathering was the main occupation of prehistoric times. In Paleolithic period, in Mesolithic period, in Neolithic period, and Chalcolithic period. Human species were nomadic, moving from one place to another in search of food. Used various types of stone tools, like core of the stone is used as a tool, chopper chopping tools, hand axe. In Mesolithic period, he was doing painting of various types. He was doing painting on pictures, on cave wall. He was also then Neolithic period. In Mesolithic period, fire was discovered. Human species started eating cooked food. Size of the canines got reduced. Molars and premolars teeth also got reduced. Then comes he also busy himself in art and craft. He was doing paintings on wall, practiced of pastoralism and agriculture was being done. Then tool changed to copper. Tools made of copper were being used. Then tools made of bronze were being used. Then tools made up of iron were used. Then comes protohistoric culture. In protohistoric culture में आती हैं कम इंडस वैली सिविलाइजेशन, हड़प्पन एंड मोहनजोदारो, चंद्राहो, धोलावीरा, लोथल are the various sites of the protohistoric period. Protohistoric period was divided into three parts: prehistoric, pre-Harappan, Harappan, and post-Harappan culture. Okay. Now, what was the contribution of the tribal cultures to Indus Indian civilization? We see herbs. These were given by tribal culture. Rituals, beliefs, various religious forms were given by tribal society. We live on forest. Shifting cultivation was the occupation of tribal societies, and shifting culture, shifting cultivation that is now practiced was also given by tribal society. और क्या दिया था ट्राइबल सोसाइटी ने? ट्राइबल सोसाइटी ने रिचुअल्स, हमारे कस्टम्स, ट्रेडिशंस ट्राइबल सोसाइटी से ही आते हैं. Pastoralism, agriculture was started by tribal culture, and later on it was done by Indian society. You know, artificial dog yard was in seen in was is in Lothal. We also identified rice, proto Shiva, a bearded male torso was also found in Indus Valley civilization. Seals were found in Indus Valley civilization. Okay. This is something about contribution of tribal culture to Indian civilization. Then in Shivalik region, we find two fossil remains, that is Ramapithecus and Sivapithecus. What was found? Pieces of jaws, pieces of teeth, and Narmada man was also found in Narmada basin. It was similar to Homo erectus. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's mm, then we will move to Narmada Basin. The three fossils that were discovered from India, Brahmapithecus, Shivapithecus, and Narmada Man, ये brought India on the world fossil map. Uh, we uh, we searched, we found um, some pieces of bones, some pieces of jaws, and molars and premolars, teeth, and uh, then ethnoarchaeology. In ethnoarchaeology, we study the present practices. For example, studying the present practices of Rodas, like they are pastoralists, and study the agricultural activities of the tribal societies. And from this, we try to conclude the past activities of these very tribal societies. That this is called ethnoarchaeology. You know what is survival and parallel? Survival and parallel means practice is still prevailing in the present society, and in case of survival, and in case of parallel, it means that some activities, some cultural activities are being practiced in those two different tribal societies, but these tribal societies are nowhere connected with each other. They are geographically separated, or geographically uh, at a different distance location from each other. There is a practice of hunting in Onjis tribes in Andaman and Nicobar Island. There is a practice of fishing. Practice is being practiced by tribal communities that are living in Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. There are some activities, peasant activities, horticultural activities, peasant activities that were being practiced by Todas and Khasis and Gujars and Gaddis. They are pastoralists, have for pastoralist economy. They are practicing in modern times also. We can say that they are. There is a survival of pastoralist activity, some agricultural activities, then fishing activities, and also when we compare the tribal society of Andaman and Nicobar Island and Kang of Kalahari Desert, they are both hunting and gathering tribes, which means the hunting and gathering is being practiced in different tribal societies of Onjas and Kangam of Kalahari Desert. Then comes a demographic profile of India. We have ethnic elements, linguistic elements in the Indian population. So, given let us discuss ethnic means there are different population groups on the basis of various physical characteristics. I just recently classification of Indian races. We gave Indo-Aryan, Indo-Dravidian, then Mongolo-Dravidian, then Dravidian, then Turco-Iranian. So he categorized the Indian population into various categories. Then comes BS Guha. BS Guha also classified the Indian population into various groups Western Nordics, Western Brachycephalics, then Mongoloid, then Nordics, then Austroasiatic, Proto-Australoid, then Indo-Aryans also. Now, third is the SS Sarkar's classification, also to classify the population of India into various ethnic elements like various on the basis of various physical features like color of the skin, color of the hair, then size of the nose, size of the skull, Irano-Scythians, then Proto-Australoid, then Mongoloid, then Far Eastern, then Mundari speakers. Okay, so these are the various classifications of races given by B.S. Guha, Ajas Risley, and SS Sarkars. Then another is ethnic, various linguistic elements. The various languages in India are classified into four broad categories. First is Austro-Asiatic, then Dravidian, then Indo-European, then Burmo-Chinese group, like then language of Santhal, Mons and Mundas, they comes under Proto-Australoid, and whereas the languages of Punjabi, Marathi, they comes under Indo-European group. Then languages of Khasi, then Kinnori, they come under the classification of the commander is Burmo Chinese group. Okay, so these are the various ethnic and linguistic elements in the Indian population. Now, there are various factors that affects the distribution of Indian population and its growth, like socio-economic condition, then employment rate, then migration, then urbanization, then literacy rate, then health, public health, then availability of public amenities, uh, the various structure and tradition of the Indian traditional social system, that is Varnashrama and Purush Artha. Varnashrama means Varna Jama Ashram. There are four Varnas. Um, um, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra are the four Varnas, and the four ashrams are Brahmacharya ashram, then Grihastha ashram, then Vanaprastha ashram, then Sannyas ashram, and there are various Purusharthas, various four Purusharthas, Dhanam, Arth, Kam, and Moksha, and Rina. There are three types of Rina that every individual has to do, like Dev Rina, Pitra Rina, and Guru Rina, and rebirth. And when if karma is adopted by the human, he will attain moksha. Otherwise he will again born into human group, human again human living, he will have again human living. Then varnashrama means there are various theories that are being popularized, that were saying that how the varnas were originated. Some is a traditional theory on the basis of origin of various caste from the mouths, from the shoulders, from the stomach, and from the feet of the Brahm. And then there are other theories like racial theory. Then there is occupational theory, that peoples are divided, categorized, stratified on the basis of occupation they attain, or on the basis of birth they attain. Okay. So yeah, this is the very structure and tradition of the Indian national traditional social system. Then comes caste system. Caste is basically a social hierarchy that is very found in rural areas as well as in the urban areas. Various castes is also having a link with the Varna, that is Brahma, Grahastha, Brahman, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras. So, caste is basically social hierarchy of the Indian social system. So then comes dominant caste. Dominant caste was studied by M.N. Srinivasan, that they have population, large population. They are numerically of great strength. Because such caste people have large land area, and caste mobility means there is a movement of upper caste people to the lower caste people, and lower caste people to the upper caste people. The future of caste system, the future of caste system says that Jajmani system, there are Kamins and Jajmans. So there is an interaction between the various caste communities. Jajmani system was studied by W.H. Weiser, and there is service being provided by the Kamins, and the Jajmans offer some food to the Kamins. No, then comes tribal dominant caste. The dominant caste, then caste mobility, then Jajmani system, tribal caste continuum. Tribal caste continuum was studied by the Happy Vidyarthi. He studied about there is a Gond and Oriya tribe. He studied, then came to the conclusion that Gond and Oriya tribe are having features of castes people as well as the tribe people. So there is an interaction between the tribal people and the caste people, and they are incorporate. They are imbibing the various cultural features of each other. Then comes sacred complex and nature man spirit complex. LP Vidyarthi gave the studied the sacred complex of both here, and he gave three components, that is sacred geography, then sacred specialists, then sacred performance like puja, yagya. Okay, then nature man spirit complex was also studied by LP Vidyarthi. Means that there is a the people Gosaiya belief, then the people depend upon agriculture, then people are believe in spirits, and then man describes the various social organization structure. Then comes back to Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, and Christianity of Indian society. So then what does Buddhism, what is Jainism, Islamism, and Christianity of the Indian society? Now, what is Buddhism believe in ahimsa, and Jainism believe in don't believe in caste system. Buddhism also hatred of caste, and they also fought against Brahmin supremacy. And Islam also have various caste groups. Then Christianity, they also influenced the Indian society with their Christian missionaries that come during the British rule. They also influenced the tribal societies. Islam also influenced the Indian society. They also believed in peace, prosperity, equality of women, then socio-economic impact, then economic impact, then cultural impact, then work for the welfare of the women. This was the impact of Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, and Christianity of Indian society. Now, contributions of the 18th and 19th, earlier 20th century, contribution of Indian anthropologists to tribal and case studies. So, N.K. Bose, M.N. Srinivasan, W.H. Weiser, E.B. Tyler, then von Hemmendorf. They studied ethnology. They studied various tribes like Mundas, Santals, Hos, Khasis, Onjes, was studied Andaman and Nicobar tribal groups was studied by Robert Redfield. Then also undertook studies of various caste people. Then they were administrators like S.S. Risley, then B.S. Guha Sarkar gave racial classification of the Indian society. Then also Indian anthropologists I meant to say uh, D.N. Mazumdar, Karve, then then Sankalia, then Robert Bruce Foote, who was the first to discover the Paleolithic tool in India. He was British administrator. So, a British administrator, American anthropologist, Mackim Marriott, and Milton Singer studied universalization and percolization, also studied little tradition and great tradition. So American anthropologist, British anthropologist, then Indian anthropologist, they worked in collaboration, and this contributed to the tribal and caste studies as well as peace and studies. They also studied various village studies in India because 68% of India lives in villages, and there is a changing pattern of various tribal people in India as well. Let's move forward. And then village study significance has a lot of significance in village study because 68% of the population lives in villages, and to know the structure of the Indian social system, village study is very important. Very pattern of village life. settlement pattern of villages is of different types, like circular pattern, like nebular pattern, like rectangular pattern, like linear pattern, like circular pattern. Okay, then we also discuss the various um, uh, Indian village is like a social system. Then there are traditional and changing pattern of settlement and intercaste relation, agrarian relation in Indian villages, and impact of globalization of Indian villages. Now, globalization means the economy of the village is integrated with the world economy. Technology is being initiated. Production of agriculture is being carried out with the modernization. Market information is being available to the village community. Income of farmers is increasing. Farmers are able to export their output, and they are able to increase their demand, as well as also cater the new consumer due to modernization, due to globalization. And there are various linguistic and religious communities living in India, and their social status, they are poor, their literacy level is poor, their economic condition is not so good, their political condition is, their political participation or political representation of such linguistic and religious minorities is not up to the mark. The malnutrition problem is there in such people. The education level is poor. There is increasing instances of child mortality rate, and there is increasing instance of you can say they have a poor access to very minimum access to healthcare facilities. They have because tribal people, rural people are living in villages and rural areas, and very little access to higher education. Their employment rate is very low. They are engaged in various labor work. They are engaged in agricultural work. But the integration of these village communities with the linguistic and religious communities, they are being helped by the Constitution of India. They have certain religious right, they have certain constitutional rights, linguistic rights. Education is to be imparted to them in their mother tongue language. They have to they then they have to given they have to impart imparted language in their mother tongue. Moreover, then also there is a interplay of a little and a great tradition. We know that Panchayati Raj and social media. There is a Shriman Srinivasan said that the people are adopting the features of higher caste people are adopting the features of lower caste people, and lower caste people are adopting the features of higher caste people. Little tradition, the festivals, the cultural, the ritual items are being adopted by the great tradition from the little tradition, and vice versa. So there is a concept of universalization and localization. So this universalization and localization, and as well as little tradition and great tradition, was studied by Milton Singer and Mackim Marriott. Beautifully, they studied the village and explain the concept of the little tradition as well as the great tradition. So then Panchayati Raj, their Constitutional Amendment Act, and they have a grassroots travel democracy. They have a development focused, and then tribal situation in India, biogenetic variability. So there is genetically their genes are different, their features are different, they have different racial identity, they have different racial features, though they linguistics and the socio-economic characteristics of the tribal people. They are engaged in agriculture. Tribal people are underemployed. Tribal people have a poor economic condition. They are engaged in service sector also. Some tribal communities are in art and craft sector. Some tribal communities are doing a lot of studies, and they are battle placed. They are into Indian civil services and Indian police service and administrative service also. But anyhow, the socio-economic condition of the tribal peoples are improving with the education, with the access to public health, with the accessibility of improvement in literacy rate, then with the network of road and railways, and with the availability of a pure drinking water, and with the electricity reaching to their homes. So there are problems of tribal communities. There is a problem of land alienation. There are problem of poverty. There is a problem of displacement. There is a problem of indebtedness. There is a problem of poverty. There is a problem of pure education facilities. They are underemployed. They are unemployment is there very much in the tribal societies, and malnutrition problem, health problem. There are various development projects like dam, construction of dam, national park, as well as industries like steel industry, iron industry. But so they are being displaced to some other place, and as a result of this, their economic condition is getting worst. They are again getting more poorer. They are having the problem of poverty. They are having the problem of indebtedness. Then their literacy rate is also very poor. Then education facilities, they have poor education facilities. Then they have problems of unemployment. Then there is an impact on tribal displacement, and there is a problem of rehabilitation. So what is the development of forest policy and tribals? Impact of urbanization and industrialization on tribal population. There is a lot of impact of urbanization. With that urbanization, technology is coming, digital India, then the direct benefit transfer, industrialization. They are getting employment. They are improving their standard of living, but they are being migrated to other place. They are facing problems in adjusting themselves. They are being displaced, and they are not adequately compensated. They are underemployed. They are doing labor jobs. Their education facilities are also very poor. So problem and exploitation of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Again, the problem are scheduled tribes are a problem, are facing the same problems of tribal societies and scheduled caste. They are a problem of untouchability. They are poor educational facilities, no jobs. They are doing labor jobs. No literacy rate is very poor. Child female infanticides is common, and they are backward people. But Constitution is providing some relief to them under Article 324. Such tribe communities that are included under Article 324 are considered as scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and backward classes. So there are various constitutional safeguards. They have fundamental rights for them. They have various educational institutions that are specifically for the minority communities. There are reservations in the jobs. They have representations in the parliament. They have representation in the urban local bodies. They have representations in the village panchayats. Yeah, आगे बढ़ते हैं. डेमोक्रेटिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो हैं मॉडर्न, जिसमें हम 73rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, पंचायती राज है, जहाँ अर्बन लोकल बॉडीज हैं, तो उनमें इनकी रिजर्वेशन रहती है. ठीक है. तो पंचायत राज एक्सटेंशन किया गया है ट्राइबल एरियाज में. है ना। तो उनमें सोशली वो चेंज हो रहे हैं, उनकी इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन चेंज हो रही है, वो एजुकेशन फैसिलिटीज़ के ऊपर ध्यान दिया जा रहा है, लिटरेसी के ऊपर ध्यान दिया जा रहा है। ठीक है। एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट्स क्या है? एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट्स हम दे सकते हैं, जैसे पंजाब में अकाली दल हाई एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट्स की वजह से, ये बोडोलैंड है एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट है, तेलंगाना भी एक एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट है, छत्तीसगढ़ और झारखंड जो स्टेट बनी वो भी एथनिक इशू के बेस पे बनी। पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट है, कश्मीर में जो एथनिक कन्फ्लिक्ट है, पॉलिटिकल डेवलपमेंट है, अनरेस्ट है अमंग ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज। तो ये क्योंकि इनको ये स्पीसीज की नज़र से देखते हैं, दे आर बिलोंग टू पुअर, बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन, दे आर underemployed, they are exploited from the very from for a long time. So they have trust issues. There is unrest among the tribal communities, and they are regionalism. There is different kind of regionalism. Some are demanding autonomy, some are demanding complete separation, some are demanding secession, some are demanding independent state. Okay, so there is a demand for autonomy. Then there is a colonial period में there is was social change among the tribals, है ना? They were post independence India. There were various changes that were brought among the tribal communities. Then there is an impact of Hindu, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and other religion on tribal societies. Tribal are also adopting caste practices. They are also having festivals. They are also they have converted to Buddhism. So they are converted to Christians. Christian missionaries are running various schools, charity hospitals in tribal societies. Some tribal societies have converted to Islam. They are following Islam religion. They are some are following Christian religion. So all the these religious groups have religion have influenced the tribal societies. So there we can say that there is a cover. We can study the various tribal societies in India and other countries. Some are hunting gathering tribes. Some are agriculturalist tribes. Some are pastoralist tribes. And there is the concept of a primitive tribal groups. There are distribution special program for the development. NGO is bringing setting up charity hospital. NGO is setting up schools. NGOs are carrying out safe drinking water and clean drinking water. NGOs are helping them to have access to health facilities as well as electricity. Then there is anthropologists have various contributed a lot. They have done anthropographic studies for tribals. They have conducted an anthropology of various tribal societies. They have studied the problems. They are recommending policymakers to frame a policy for the upliftment for the betterment of the tribal communities. So anthropologists have contributed a lot towards the understanding of regionalism. There is a regionalism or issue, just for example, creation of Chhattisgarh. Why Chhattisgarh state was created? What was the problem before the separation of Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand? What was the main root cause of the tribal societies are demanding? Let's say, for example, Bodo land, Nagaland people are demanding separate statehood. Why was Uttarakhand was created? Why different states were carved out. So anthropologist helps us to understand the communalism, ethnic and various political movements. For example, Akali movements in Punjab and DMK movements in Tamil Nadu, and whereas Karnataka, as well as there is a uh, uh, then Telangana movement in Telangana that led to the creation of Telangana. So also these their political movements are able to voice their concerns, and they are lobbying and asking from government either a separate statehood or more autonomy, because they are exploited, they are not being taken care of, they are backward, they are they are not seen with good looks. So there has also anthropology has contributed to the study of communalism. People of one community is uh, having people have different mm, yeah, people are having this having the people of one community is looking at a suspicious eyes with the people of other communities. Okay, then there is understanding of we have regionalism, we have communalism, we have ethnic and political movements. They are why anthropologists are contributing to the understanding of regionalism. We are communalism and ethnic and political movements. There are then they are people they have a feeling of hatred, people are feeling of species towards other community because of historical events, because of various socio-economic conditions, and because of various politics is also fueling this idea of regionalism, communalism, and ethnic and political movements like Bodoland movements, then separate Khalistan movement, then movement from the Kashmir also. Then there is a different way of the NGOs have also contributed a lot towards the tribal development for they have different religions have contributed have impact on tribal societies, and also they have there is uh, democratic institutions are also having impact on the tribal societies. Then there is a concept of ethnicity, then ethnic conflicts and political developments and unrest. There is unrest among the tribal communities. There are a regionalism issue, demand for autonomy, pseudo-tribalism, social change among the tribes during colonial and post-independent India. What constitution safeguards protection tribes and scheduled tribes, and development of forest policy. Forest, they are getting food from the forest. They are able to use minor forest produced for their livelihood. They have health and nutrition issues. They have their land alienation issue. Proper displacement is not given to them. Then various biogenetic variability, linguistic and socio-economic characteristics of the tribal population and their distribution. So they have problem of exploitation and deprivation of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. They are the constitution is providing them for the upliftment of scheduled tribes and scheduled caste. Then ethnicity, ethnic conflicts, political developments are there. Then there are various tribal communities in India and other countries. They have comparative study. Then there is history of administration of tribal areas, then tribal policies, then tribal plans. There are sixth schedule, and there is a fifth schedule and sixth schedule for the administration and control of the tribal states. Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and the various tribal states in which the population of tribal is at large is of large. Uh, then there is various programs for the development and role of NGO in tribal development and role of anthropology, how anthropology is studying rural and tribal development, and moreover moreover other why village studies are being carried out, why Indian system as a village system. तो when ग्लोबलाइजेशन का क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ा है वो ट्राइबल इंडियन विलेजेस के ऊपर, इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट का ट्राइबल एंड क्लेश स्टडीज के ऊपर क्या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन है, कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या है एंथ्रोपोलॉजिस्ट का, फिर emergence कैसे हुआ 18th and 19th and 20th century scholars and administrators. ओके, इंडियन एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का ट्राइबल एंड केस स्टडीज में क्या असर हुआ है, और एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का रीजनलिज्म, कम्युनलिज्म और पॉलिटिकल मूवमेंट्स को अंडरस्टैंड करने में क्या रोल रहा है, एनजीओ का क्या रोल रहा है ट्राइबल डेवलपमेंट में, ट्राइबल एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट में एंथ्रोपोलॉजी का क्या रोल रहा है। ओके गाइस, चैनल को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें और काइंडली शेयर करें प्लीज गाइस, थैंक्स एंड हैव अ नाइस डे।